Alright, so in this video, I'm going to discuss a couple of Asian passports that you can obtain with relatively less amount of money, anywhere from $50,000 to $75,000 in investment, and you can acquire a couple of Asian passports. A lot of people aren't interested in the Latin American options. They already have started that. They want something fresh. They want something new, and they want something in a different part of the world. They don't want to do the whole Africa thing. And in this video specifically, I'm going to discuss two such options in Asia. And then towards the end of the video, I'm also going to discuss a bonus option, which is going to be a third option. So it's actually going to be three choices, and you can get direct permanent residency in these Asian countries. Now, first on the list I want to talk about is Cambodia. Now, there are two ways of purchasing the Cambodian option, right? One is a direct passport purchase, meaning you directly donate some money to the Cambodian government and get the citizenship. And this is a pretty straightforward, fast process. In a couple of months, you should have your nationality. The amount of money that you're looking at, including all the fees, under this option is approximately $315,000, out of which $250K USD goes as a donation, and then you have some processing fees and stuff like that. This is usually a popular option amongst Chinese applicants. They will go and donate this money and get this passport, and this takes care of a lot of issues that Chinese nationals face. The second option here is a cheaper one, where you get a direct permanent residency. This is like a golden visa. It's a 5-year residency permit, and then at the end of this residency you can directly apply for citizenship, and Cambodia does allow dual citizenship, and this is at $50,000. That's the investment component in Cambodia. You can purchase a real estate in the approved projects, and then you can acquire this residency. Now, there is some government fees that you need to add in addition to the $50,000, but the primary investment that you can claim back, and you can actually make money from this, right? So you purchase a property in the next 5 years, it's obviously going to appreciate in value, and let's say you get twice of what you put in, so this option pretty much becomes a free option in a way. Of course, there's some opportunity cost with this, but then you're also working yourself towards the citizenship, and in the meanwhile you can always hang on to that Cambodian permanent residency, which does not have any minimum physical presence to maintain the golden visa. So that's the Cambodian option, a cheaper option. The second on the list is slightly more expensive. It's $25,000 more expensive, which is the brand new permanent residency that's launched by Philippines, and this is the Philippines FIV, and I've made a separate video detailing the requirements of the FIV. Essentially what you're looking at is depositing $75,000 with a company, an approved company, and then this is a guaranteed buyback. So whenever you decide you want to cancel this, you get your $75,000 back. And then this is a 5-year commitment. You got to hold this money for 5 years. And let's say in a couple of years you don't want this, you want the money back, then there'll be some cancellation fees that would be applicable, but you're going to get back your money eventually. So this is the Philippines option. Philippines does allow dual citizenship. And again, my whole point is not to really argue over the dual citizenship thing. I make a lot of videos, and a lot of people have issues with Mauritius and all that sort of stuff. That's beyond the scope of the discussion, but Philippines does allow dual citizenship, and the citizenship can be applied again like Cambodia after 5 years, assuming that you satisfy certain conditions for early naturalization. And then for other people, they would be able to apply for citizenship after 10 years. So you have two options here. One is either after 5 years, if you're well settled and you fulfill certain criteria, and the second option is after 12 years. Now, between Cambodia and Philippines, which is a better passport. I think both are neck and neck in terms of strength. Both are equally exotic. I'm more biased towards the Cambodian passport because both passports have a rich red color. I'm very fond of red passports and green passports. The blue has become boring, right? A lot of regular countries have the blue passport, like Canada, Australia, US. All of those countries have the blue color, but green is interesting. And what's more interesting is that exotic, hot-looking red color on that passport. Some of the more desired passports, like the Singapore passport or the Dutch passport or the Swiss pass, are all hot red in color. So that's the second option. And now I would like to discuss a third option, which is a very popular option amongst a lot of people. And this is a far better residency than Philippines or Cambodia, is the Malaysian option. And in Malaysia, you have the brand new MM2H. The government has authorized agencies, right, to start processing this. And we work with one of the most preferred direct agencies that works directly with the government. And any of these options, right, if you are interested, you can always click the link, book a call. We can discuss which is the best one and get you started. But with Malaysia, you're looking at investing close to 100K. To be precise, it's 105, and you get a residency permit. Unlike the other two options, one of the biggest negatives with the Malaysian option is that you have to live in the country for 60 days minimum. So yes, that would not be an issue for most of the people. And the reason why you're doing Malaysia is to spend some time in the country. So only makes sense to spend the 60 days. But some people don't like the restrictions. So for whatever reason, right, during the course of the next several years, if one of the years you're not able to maintain the 60 days, then what happens? So you don't want that headache. You don't want to keep that in mind. It just stays in your mind and you're thinking about it. So for 90% of the people, that is okay. But you can keep renewing this residency where you're depositing 105 in the local bank. And then after the first year, of course, you can withdraw a certain amount of that money and you can purchase a real estate of a certain value. So yes, you don't have to keep this locked in. You can transfer this into the real estate option. So this is a very interesting new program that the Malaysian government has launched. And there are other sub-regions of Malaysia where you have slightly better deals. So these are the three real good options in Asia. Now I'm getting a lot of interest from few people regarding the Philippines FIV because this is an open-ended permit, less investment, a more stable country. And who is Philippines good for, right? So Philippines is good for young people, or let's not say young, let's say people who are looking for other young people, right? So let's say you're dating, you want a young girl, let's say you're in your 50s and you're divorced or your children have grown up and you want to change things around in life and you're looking for a young, beautiful girl, then I think Philippines makes a lot of sense because it's more affordable. Dating is more affordable. I think the beautiful women in Philippines are low budget, right? They're not high maintenance. So they're going to be happy, you're going to be happy, and you're going to afford a lot more stuff in Philippines than, let's say, what you would afford in a country like China or Korea. Those are very difficult to date and have fun, right? So the straightforward option is Philippines. Philippines is higher quality than Thailand, right? If you're dating in Thailand, you got to really be careful with what you're trying to do. And you have a lot of Asian people trying to do that kind of stuff in Thailand. It doesn't have the best reputation in the world. So that's where I think Philippines might be more cultured when it comes to dating women and stuff like that. So in that sense, Philippines is going to be more fun. Who is Malaysia good for? Malaysia is good for financial investments, diversification. If you want to physically live there with your family, let's say you're not dating, you're not screwing around, doing crazy stuff, then Malaysia is a more structured and a better, safer jurisdiction for your family. And Cambodia is good for Chinese seasoned investors who are well versed with that region. They know which areas to invest, and that's a diversified option, right? So once you're in Cambodia, it's not easy to trace you, right? You want to be left alone. You're not doing anything wrong. You're playing by the books, but you just want to be left alone and lost in Cambodia. Then Cambodia does make a lot of sense for those type of investors. Now, let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Which one would you prefer? Is it Cambodia? Is it Philippines? Or is it Malaysia? Which is the better choice to go for in 2024, 2025? And if you haven't subscribed to the channel, then make sure to turn on the bell notification and subscribe, because here we discuss the latest programs and breakthroughs. Any changes to existing programs, you're the first one to be notified on this channel. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up and catch you in the next one.